The Dough King has more drops than every single other raid boss in Blox Fruits. Not tied, not close, more. And most players have no idea how to actually unlock it. We are talking about a level 2300 raid boss that hands out 6 levels guaranteed every single kill. It gives you around 57,500 bounty or honor per run. It has the biggest drop pool of any raid boss in the entire game, confirmed by the official wiki. And the unlock process is one of the most hidden quest lines in all of Blox Fruits right now in 2026. If you are sleeping on the Dough King, you are literally leaving your best progression tool sitting on the table. Stay in. This one is going to change how you grind. What is up? Welcome back. Today we are going deep on the Dough King, also called the Cake King by a lot of players in the community. This is a raid boss in Blox Fruits, and it is not a regular one. The wiki straight up says it has the most drops out of any raid boss in the game. We are going to cover exactly how you summon it, the damage number you need to even qualify for drops, the guaranteed rewards, the boss moves you need to watch out for, and the best loadout to bring. 5 main points. All real numbers. No filler. Let us get into it. Point 1. How do you actually summon the Dough King in Blox Fruits? This is where most players get stuck because the unlock is not obvious at all. First, you need to get to the Sea of Treats. Once you are there, go to Chocolate Land and find the Sweet Crafter NPC. That is who gives you the Sweet Chalice. That item is your key to everything. Now, once you have the Sweet Chalice in your inventory, go to Cake Land. You need to defeat 500 enemies there. 500. That is a real grind, and you cannot skip it. After you hit that 500 kill count, go find the NPC called Drip Mama. Interact with Drip Mama while you are holding the Sweet Chalice, and that is how you pop the Dough King into the world. After you kill the Dough King for the first time and unlock the red door, you get access to Dough Raid microchips. You can buy those every 2 hours, or use a fruit worth over a certain value to grab one faster. For the exact value threshold on the fruit trade option, check the wiki because that number can shift, but the 2-hour timer is confirmed. Plan your sessions around it. This summon process is the gatekeeper. Once you are past it, the real farming begins. Point 2. The HP situation and the damage requirement. This is critical because a lot of players join a Dough King raid, do a little damage, and then get nothing when the boss dies. Here's why. You need to deal at least 111,150 damage to the Dough King to get credit for the kill. That is the minimum. The wiki is specific about this. 111,150 damage, or 10% of the total damage dealt in the raid, whichever applies. If you do not hit that threshold, you walk away with 0 drops. 0. So you cannot just hop in and tickle the boss. You need to commit. Now about the HP itself. The Dough King has a disproportionate amount of health compared to most other raid bosses in Blox Fruits. The wiki says it is only comparable to the Leviathan and the Tyrant of the Skies in terms of how much HP it is packing. That tells you everything. This is not a quick kill. This is a sustained fight. You also only have 7.5 minutes before it depawns completely. 7.5 minutes on a boss with that much HP. The clock is your real enemy here. Bring damage. Bring it fast. Point 3. The rewards. This is the whole reason you are watching this video. Let us go through the guaranteed drops first. Every single time you kill the Dough King and qualify with your damage, you get 6 levels. 6. Guaranteed. No RNG on that. You also get around 57,500 bounty or honor depending on your mode, and you unlock title number 175. That title drop is locked to this boss. Now here is the bigger picture on why this is so good for your Blox Fruits account in 2026. The wiki states that the Dough King gives the combined most levels and the second most fragments of any boss in the game. Second most fragments in the entire game. The only boss that beats it on fragments is the Tyrant of the Skies. Think about that. 6 guaranteed levels per run, stacked on top of a massive fragment payout, plus whatever drops come out of the biggest drop pool of any raid boss in Blox Fruits. The exact full list of possible drops is large enough that I recommend checking the wiki directly so you have the complete picture. But the guaranteed stuff alone makes this one of the best farming sessions you can run right now. Point 4. The moves and how to survive them. The Dough King uses the M1 attacks and all the abilities of Awakened Dough Fruit. If you have ever fought the Cake Prince, the Dough King is basically a harder version of that fight with better stats and better drops. But here is a key difference between the two. The Cake Prince uses the spiky trident abilities. The Dough King does not. So do not expect those moves in this fight. Focus on the Awakened Dough Kit. Two specific abilities get called out as baitable attacks: Dough Fist Fusillade and Pastry River. Learning when those are coming and how to bait them out gives you windows to deal damage safely. Here is a tool a lot of players overlook for this fight: the Skull Guitar. The wiki mentions it is useful because of the stun it applies, and because it can cancel all attacks from the boss. If your team has someone running Skull Guitar, that changes the pacing of the whole raid in your favor. Also remember, you can return through the portal even after you die, as long as the Dough King is still alive or has not despawned yet. So dying is not the end of the run. Get back in and keep dealing damage. Point 5. The best strategy and what to bring. Let us talk loadout and team comp. The wiki is direct about this. It is highly recommended to have at least 2 or more Awakened Buddha users in your raid group. Awakened Buddha boosts your team in ways that make the fight significantly more manageable when you are racing against that 7.5-minute timer. Now here is the connection most players miss. The Race Awakening is highly recommended for fighting the Dough King because it gives you increased damage, defense, speed, and stun. Those 4 things are exactly what this fight demands. But here is the catch. To get the Race Awakening in Blox Fruits, you actually need to have killed the Dough King at least once first. So your first kill is always going to be your hardest. You will not have Race Awakening yet. That means your first run needs a solid group, ideally with multiple Awakened Buddha users and someone on Skull Guitar. After that first kill unlocks the red door and eventually gets you Race Awakening. Every future Dough King raid becomes more efficient. The grind compounds on itself. Plan your first kill carefully, and every run after that gets better. So there it is. The Dough King in Blox Fruits. Level 2300, the most drops of any raid boss in the game. 6 guaranteed levels every kill, second most fragments after Tyrant of the Skies, and a 7.5-minute clock pushing you the whole time. If you are serious about your Blox Fruits progress in 2026 on Roblox, this boss belongs in your weekly grind. Drop a comment telling me your biggest Dough King run. Subscribe to Blox today for daily Blox Fruits tips. And go get that Dough King.